What I remember from my time in Golani, I remember a lot. I, I, you always have the good side of the coin and bad side of the coin. But in general, in the bottom line, what Golani give me is priceless. I can't describe it basically. But I will definitely share with you some amazing memory in the unit. First of all, I will not forget the period of time of the training of 1 year and 2 months. You need to understand, in 1994, let's say, not be too much politics involved in the army, from the politician side. Not be so much involvement of social media, because we don't have a social media, we don't have phones, internet. So, in that time, we used to say, what's happened in Golani, stay in Golani. And it's true. The training be very hard, okay? From day one. I remember, not sleeping. You're not sleeping. You have period of time with Golani. I remember you sleeping maybe 5 hours, 7 hours a week. I repeat again, 5 hours, 7 hours a week. I remember the punishments. The punishments be, let's say you can't do these punishments today, okay? Today it will be considered abuse, consider no fit human rights. But I remember the understanding of this kind of, how you say that, behavior, understanding, why you go through that. I remember the love, you get punishment and you get, always hard time, but I don't know how to describe it, but you feel the love, you feel how the sergeant, how the officer care about you, And you understand, you're going through that, okay? Even when you not understand, what the hell I'm doing here, and I'm not talking about only myself, but you understand they go through exactly what you're going through now. And I must to say, the drop, how many people drops, is just be crazy. Okay, it must be crazy, because again, let's say, it's definitely not for everyone, at least in our time. I must to say, I also remember the first day going to Golani, inside the Golani base. In that time, we be Golani base where the basic training start. It's be called Bezek. Bezek be inside inside area. I think I'm not mistaken. inside the West Bank or something like that. I think just to describe you, it's like, you know, just a few hours ago you be civilians, now you put uniform, now you get the briefing, you're going into a bus. If they're throwing you stone, this is what you do. If they throw to you a petrol bomb, this is what you do. I mean, come on, just now be a civilians, you know. We still don't have any weapon, we don't have nothing. We have just the green uniform, we're in the bus, we have like, of course, some few sergeants with us and an officer, and you're going inside, close to Jenin, if I'm not mistaken. If my brother in arms listen to this video and you want to correct him, be more welcome. So I remember that, you know, I remember you going into a base inside let's call this inside the red zone, and this is basically where's your base. This is where you train, you know. So I definitely not gonna forget that. I remember the time of everything you march, you know, everything you march, okay? And I'm not talking about if you need the beret or you get the I call this the tag, what is on your shoulder, you march, or your warrior badge, you march. I'm talking about everything you march in Golani, at least in my time. Everything you march, every small excuse you march. I don't know. Do you want now to be able to get something, you know, for your uniform or for your weapon, or now you want to call to the sergeant by the name after? Basically everything you march. And when you march, I'm talking about, you know, hard march. I mainly talk about, you know, uphill mountains, long kilometers, everything you march. I remember that I cannot forget. We do training, I think it's bush warfare training. I can tell you guys the weather be like, I mean, raining, pouring. We have this small tent, 3 people inside. It's better not to put the tent. If you have the tent or you're sleeping in the it's the same thing. This is the tent you're talking about. I remember the officer come and they say all unit in the IDF decide to stop the training because of the weather condition, but we're not going to stop, we continue. I'm telling you exactly like that, you know. He tell you that with a smile, very proud, and you need to understand, this is what I'm saying, what happened in Golani, stay in Golani, because he's not allowed to do so. If he get order, you know, to stop training, you stop training, you know. But no, all unit in the IDF stop training, and we will continue training because this is Golani and this is the spirit, and this is exactly what's happened. I tell you, raining and wind and cold and lightning and whatever you want, and we continue training. And that is amazing, Golani. Nobody say a word, nobody say nothing. The only thing you hear is like, yes sir, you know, shouting, okay, and you train. I remember this small tent. I mean, you are soaking wet, dirty, mad, going to sleep like that, how much sleep they give you, and continue training like that. I think it's about be like 3 weeks like that or something like that, okay? So that I will definitely not forget. I will not forget, you know, we also have a funny time in Golani. First of all, the singing. Guys, we known, I tell you, you know, I know every unit have their own songs, but Golani, we have many songs. We know, okay, if you go to Israel and you ask Golani, the unit, and the parachuters, the parabats. Basically, we have this competition, okay, between these two units, and we have songs, okay, on each other, okay. And I can tell you, if you can experience this singing, okay, no matter where and what condition we are, or what, how pain you feel and how miserable, and singing, suddenly, before you eat, you're singing with your sergeant and the officer, and loud. And I remember we have one drum, in the unit, and you drum and singing and shouting. That is be amazing experience. I mean, can't forget that. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Another funny story. I remember one time we have a break, okay, and every time we have a break, I love my dance music. I just, no matter what, just give me my headphones, and my Walkman, and this time it's be Walkman and Discmans, okay, and let me listen to my dance music. And this is what I done. I listen to my dance music, and I don't remember how or what's exactly happened, but somebody tell me, Idan, the sergeant say you can't dance, you're moving like a bear or something like that. So, I just, I'm just have fun, and I say I can teach the sergeant one or two moves. This is what I said. That's what I remember. Anyways, the break finish, and we are return back to training, and they decide at 2 o'clock. I don't remember what time. I remember it's be definitely after 1 o'clock. This I remember, and they give us like 3 hours to sleep in that night. Wow! And I remember the sergeant say, before we go to sleep, I just want to address something. You have here somebody want to challenge his sergeant in a dancing competition. I still not click what's going on, and then suddenly shout, Bolnik, yes sir. Say, go, bring your LMGs, the other LMG. We used to have a 2-1, okay? LMGs, bring all the RPGs, bring basically all the equipment, bring your Discman and the headphones, You open there, you have 30-second move, going going back, He put me in front of everyone. He said, put the song you listen this afternoon. I now click what's happened. Don't ask me, guys, how he know this is what I say. I don't remember this part, Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's a guy, tell me I cannot dance. I don't know, I don't remember, I literally don't know. I said, put the song you listen this afternoon. I put the song, I remember put the headphones, I put one LMG, he put on me another LMG, put for me the RPG, the water pack, all the equipment. I'm looking like, and he said to me, now dance, and I danced, and he said, everybody good night, because today Abolnik will continue dancing all night long. And this is exactly what's happened. Everybody go to sleep, and I need to dance all night long. Basically, I must not to stop to move my feet, okay, all night long. So yeah, this is a funny story. Maybe, maybe today it's not going to be acceptable to do, but I thought, and we all thought it's funny, and you take it in a good spirit. This is something I really always remember and love. I remember the Brotherhood. In the training time, I'm not talking about again 1994. You go through a lots of difficult times, a lot, you know, and if you're not helping to each other, okay, if you're not helping to each other, you will not go to make it. You will not go to make it. I remember one march in the desert. It's big in the desert, the place called close to I think Yerucham area. It's desert. It's south of Israel. I mean, heat is like, you know, I mean, hot all the time. Of course, in the night it's cold. We're going to a march, you know. I remember the officer decide, okay, the crutches, the bed, open from the beginning to the end of the march. Okay, put some, I don't remember how many weight, and this is got to stay open from the beginning to the end. And you need to understand, the desert I'm talking about, okay, it's not like we have dunes. I'm sure the dunes are a little bit more difficult, okay, but again, the dust and I said that the dust is heavy, okay, you're still going, you know, your walks are very heavy, and it's dust, it's all the time dust, you know. And the officer I'm talking about, when you do march, at least in that time, you basically light running, okay, because remember the officer, he have his M4, a light vest, and I mean, he walk, you know, he walk fast, and he don't want a tail, we call this. He want all the team close to him all the time. You basically light running all the time. It's be fucking difficult march. You see your brothers, you know, are, you know, suffering, and you always need to change, you know, under the crutches, under this bed, I don't know how to call this, sorry for my English, you know, when they open the, you know, you always need to change under the, you know, these heavy things. And then I don't know what's happened. I remember when we walk, and then we done U-turn, okay, U-turn back to the base, and the officer say, not change anymore. You're not changing, okay? I remember I have my LMG. I remember Itzik Amar, LMG number 2, LMG, and another 2, don't remember who is a B, okay? No change whatsoever, guys, no change, okay? And now he start light running, okay? Guys, I remember, you know, you with the LMG, with your vest, and you're running, okay? I don't remember the weight on the bed, but I can promise you it is heavy. And you're running back, you know, he's not stopping running, okay? You know, the soldiers, okay, and of course the sergeant in the back checking, nobody changed, so you can't even, you know, you can't. But what I remember the brothers, you can't change, next to you, pushing you, give you water time to time. You don't even need to ask, you're not even, you know, how they're pushing you, you know, how they care about you. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing feeling. Yeah, you know, you need to be there to experience that, to appreciate these things. You know, to experience it, to appreciate things. So, and again, the training part. You know, this 1 year and 2 months. I mean, you go through hard, tough time. Really. It's been so hard, very hard, at least in our time, when you going to the toilet and you see one of your brothers finish his life, hang himself in the toilets. My God bless you, brother Eliran Cargo. Hashem יברך את נשמתך. And I remember you continued the day like nothing happened. I remember them taking us, sitting on the floor, talk to us 10 minutes what happened, continue training. Like nothing happened. So, yeah. It's heavy. I remember when you get your warrior badge. That is amazing feeling. You know that's it. You are a warrior. You are a fighter. That is be amazing. Just flashbacks coming. I remember the water tower. We have a water tower. I don't want to lie to you. It's like an uphill, never finish, okay? This water tower, I don't, you know? And I remember you running all the time because I don't know what's happened. The sergeant not happy with your performance or whatsoever. And you know, and you say, Abornik, you see the water tower, 30 seconds you touch it and come back. Who got to do it in 30 seconds? I mean, even Superman not got to do it in 30 seconds. It just, the timings they give you is just ridiculous. And I remember you running up and you not need to touch this tower and you come down and you are done that in, I don't know what, 5-6 minutes. And the sudden look and they say, but I told you 30 seconds. Again. And again, and now you do that in 8 minutes because you're tired. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Until he tell you, no, he tell you something so humiliate also. And then we tell you, tomorrow we'll try it again. I remember the crawling, all the time crawling on the ground. I remember you where our the basic training base, you go out, you know, and then you going to the ranges, the shooting range. And everything is basically hard ground with the stones and thorns and bush and thorns. And you're crawling non-stop. Non-stop. You know, all the thorns going inside and, you know, but you do that and all your brother with you, we do it together. Up and down, up and down. I remember the elephant march. Sorry guys, it just, you know, elephant march. Basically, It's called elephant march because if you see us from the back, we look like elephants. You put on yourself heavy equipment and so high, and you're moving so slow, okay? It's like you're moving like an elephant. And you're going through surviving training, somewhere, okay? You're walking and you're walking and you're walking so slow. It's just amazing, It's amazing when you're arriving, okay. But especially when you walk, you feel your arms become numb because everything, because it's so heavy, and the stripe of the bag, basically. Everything come numb. Everything basically come numb. You don't have arms, and you're holding your weapon or you're holding your LMG. You're not feeling nothing, and you're walking, and what a time in the surviving training. Also, the things that done there to us is hard. But this is, you need to suck it up. You don't have much choice. I just remember my brothers suffer. We suffer. I remember one of the exercise. It's you basically on top of the mountain, and I don't know what exactly happened. I just remember it's considered they give us, I think, some food, little food, to share amount for. I don't remember, but something here we done wrong, and I'm talking about we are on the mountain, and I remember. You running down, give us to run down, and you crawling up the mountain, and run down and crawling up the mountain. And you're weak, you don't have any power, you don't have any, but you do it like a king. Yeah, guys, this is more or less what you go through, in your training. It's this, at least in November 1994, this is where I started in Golani. What you go through. Hard, difficult time, interesting training, interesting training, I must say. I enjoyed the urban warfare, the bush warfare. I enjoyed the guerrilla warfare. All the training we do, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed. But you go through tough times. Golani, always known, I talk about in 94, tough, hard. Even the nickname in that time be the crazy unit. Crazy, crazy people. Crazy people go to Golani, basically. And it's true. It's true. I remember the Zubur. We have a thing called Zubur. Zubur is basically things that God to do to you when you achieve something, okay, if it's to beat you or hit you, humiliate you, do disgusting things what I'm not going to say on this video. Do some extreme punishment like you're standing with 35 kilos in front against the wall, 18 hours, 15 hours. Stay with grenade in the hands when they take the pin out, and you stand like that in front of the wall. Don't understand me wrong. It's difficult now. You know, I am not sorry for what go through. But sometimes it takes you time to understand what you go through. And I'm happy, I'm proud. And before I finish this long video, remember what I say. I don't forget the love in Golani. I know maybe for you it's not make sense, because I'm telling you how hard and how difficult and humiliation and violence, but I care about you. It's very difficult to explain or it's the care about you. They care about you. And the amazing is when you become Golani warrior, when you go through all this, and you let's say you're not, you are a fighter, you're operator now, you're Golani warrior, you achieve the change, suddenly the guy, used to fuck you up, you hug him, your brother, you're eating together, you're talking together. New recruit come, new recruitment come. I remember before, again, sorry if it's long, I remember in part of my time in Golani, I also be in charge of the new recruitment guys. And some people, for my brothers, used to, okay, I go through that, I now go to, let's say, you're waiting for the new recruitment to, now we will show them what we go through. I must say, thank God, I don't. I don't. I don't know. I used to. People always say to me, Dan, you're too soft. I don't know. I think I have a different approach with the new recruitment. Again, I don't be a hostess, let's say that like that, but I don't know, I use different approach to, I don't know, it's been more important for me to motivate them. Not to give up, to remind them. I remember to remind them, not what you go through now, or for your 1 year or 2 months you will understand, or you will accept it, or but just don't give up. Don't give up. So yeah, sorry for the long videos, but this is just little bit of what I remember from the training period of Golani. Next video, I will talk about what I remember from our operational time in Lebanon and West Bank. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Kalah system.